Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Elviananda. My number student is 2 0 4 0 0 1 2 2 0 9 1. Oke. Sini saya akan menjelaskan tentang jawaban dari pertanyaan yang telah diberikan. Jadi langsung saja. Number one, in order to be able to produce speech, the mind might goes through stage. What stage are they? So my answer is, in order to produce speech, the human mind goes through several stages, which is where this stage work together very together very quickly, so that we can speak fluently. So there are three stages, namely conceptualization, formulation, and articulation. At the conceptualization stage, the brain formulates what ideas or message it wants to convey. After the ideas is formed, it enters the formulation stage. At this stage, the brain begins to compose the appropriate words to convey the message. At this stage, grammar, sentence structure, and selection of words are done. After we arrange the words to be conveyed, we enter the articulation stage, where the brain sends signal to the muscles of the mouth, tongue, and vocal cords to produce the sounds needed according to the words that have been chosen. Next, to carry out this stage, we must have three types of knowledge, namely semantic knowledge, syntactical knowledge, and phonological knowledge. So, in the production of language or speech, to communicate, the most important thing is semantic knowledge. Syntactical knowledge and phonological knowledge only serve to provide sentence patterns and sounds used to express knowledge concept. Next, do you agree with saying that conceptualization needs semantic knowledge? Why? Explain the reason for your position. My answer is yes. I agree that conceptualization requires semantic knowledge. Conceptualization is the process of forming an idea or concept about something, and to do that we need to understand the meaning of the words and ideas involved. Semantic knowledge is knowledge of the meanings of words and the relationship between words. Without understanding these meanings, it will be difficult to conceptualize clearly or to convey ideas effectively. Next, what are the function of semantic knowledge for conceptualization? Semantic knowledge serves an important function in the conceptualization process because it helps us understand and organize the meaning of words and sentences so that we can make sense of the word and communicate well. Semantic knowledge allows us to understand the meaning of words based on the context in which they are used. For example, the word book can refer to a physical object such as a novel or an action such us entering data. By understanding the context, we can understand the intended meaning. Next, what do you know of semantical microplanning and semantical macroplanning? My answer is semantical microplanning and semantical macroplanning are concepts related to the planning process in language production, especially in the creation of discourse or text. Semantic microplanning is a planning process that focuses on small details in conveying meaning at the sentence or phrase level. In micro planning, the writer or speaker chooses the right words, grammar, and sentence structure to ensure that each sentence communicates the intended meaning. For example, when someone wants to say the boy played ball in the park, they should choose words like boy, play, ball, and park, and arrange them in the right order to ensure the meaning is clear. Semantic macro planning is planning at a broader level. At the discourse or paragraph level, where one thinks about the overall structure of the text or thought. Macro planning involves organizing main idea and sub ideas to ensure that the text is coherent and has a logical flow. In macro planning, the speaker or writer considers what the big ideas is to be conveyed and how to connect the ideas to support each other. In easy writing, macro planning involves dividing the text into an introduction, body, and conclusion. The writer determines the main idea of each paragraph and how each paragraph supports the overall argument of the essay. Next, the last question is, if conceptualization takes place in the brain, which part of the brain runs the function? My answer is Cho HM HM et al. 2023 provide an explanation of the brain areas that play an important role in the communication process. The three brain areas that play an important role are the Wernicke area, Broca area, and angular gyrus area. Wernicke's area is the area of the brain involved in language processing, from conceptualization to formulation. It selects and determines the right word concept and sentence structure and send the information to the Broca area. The Broca area plays a role in sound production. Then the angular gyrus area function to receive language result until the stage of language understanding. I think that's all my answer. Thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.